in cinema, that doesn't matter. Right or wrong doesn't matter. What matters is you are at it. You're trying to do something that you've not done before. And that's my criteria. I want to feel like I'm doing this for the first time. After a shot, he came and told me that you might be remembered for this shot forever. And that was like, so that's when I realized that, okay, this can actually make a difference. Also, being an actor, sometimes when you perform and a lot of people come and tell her that, oh, he's performed so well. No, I seem like this at home. So, so she says that she sees a lot of Shami at home.
Hello everyone, this is Soundarya Athimuthu from the Quint, and today I'm in conversation with my favorite, your favorite, and the country's favorite actor, Fahadh Faasil in the house. How are you, sir?
Hi, Soundarya.
Before I talk to the Fahadh Faasil he is today, I'd like to go take a quick flashback. Okay, so when was the first moment or an incident that made you feel like, okay, you know what, Fahadh Faasil, you made it. People are appreciating you, they're recognizing you.
No, I still haven't made it yet. Soundarya, there's something I very strongly believe in. I don't think any of these things can be done alone. I'm very fortunate that I have such talented people around me and such talented filmmakers, writers, musicians. So I think I belong to one of the best phases of cinema. One of my directors who I did my initial films with, Sameer Tahir. After a shot, he came and told me that you might be remembered for this shot forever. And that was like, so that's when I realized that, okay, this can actually make a difference. That's when I started giving it my best from then. And the idea is to excite your directors, to make your directors happy.
Right. And let's talk about your script selection process. So because it is on point. Tell us about what goes behind that. What is the criteria that you look for that makes you say, yes, I want to do this?
There are two ways to answer it. One, I may not be right all the time. There are times I've gone wrong. I could go wrong. So in cinema, that doesn't matter. Right or wrong doesn't matter. What matters is you are at it. You're trying to do something that you've not done before. And that's my criteria. I want to feel like I'm doing this for the first time. What I look for is something that I've not experienced before, heard before, seen before. So I look for, I look for that freshness in a script or a movie. I cannot approach a film without all these factors. I want good actors around me. I want the film to look real so that it addresses the political scenario or the status of the society. I want the film to do well in the box office so that everyone is happy. So all these are the criteria that I look in a film. And I believe that every kind of film should be sold. People go into the theaters for entertainment. And my question is whether they are being entertained.
And even in general about your characters, how do you approach them? Do you take inspiration from personal experiences? Because sometimes do you opt to choose multiple films at a time, or you need that headspace to focus on a particular film and a particular character? So how is that process going about?
No, I depend on my writer and director. So I believe that they know my film better than I do. So I totally depend on them. I keep asking them, what should I do? How should I do? So it's that interaction that helps me always. And it's very important for me to have that kind of interaction. I try to have a very easy schedule to shoot and all that. I don't overwork and stuff. So I do one film at a time and I take my time to do that.
That's great. And now let's talk about Vikram now. Do you think the narrative is actually kind of changing with films like Vikram? The focus is not necessarily on a single hero, but on the film as such, even for a mass film like that.
No, I mean, it's another kind of cinema. There are so many kinds of cinema, right? So Vikram is one such kind of cinema which has excelled in the way it is. When you say a film is large scale, so you can create scale with 3 superstars and you can create scale with 1 actor on screen. So the stress or the the workload and all, everything remains the same, So I don't differentiate this. I just see it as different kind of films, And I believe all this kind of films will exist. One cannot replace another, for sure.
Absolutely. And what was your experience like working with Kamal sir or Vijay Sethupathi?
Absolute brilliance, I mean, see, they don't come across as such big talents or anything. They're such good human beings, so down to earth, so simple. Who'll keep asking you, how do you do that? How do we do that? So, I mean, I made a bunch of friends during Vikram, and that is what I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I think you call Lokesh Kanagaraj also as Machi, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. He's my brother. He's my brother.
And off late, we are seeing a lot of South stars like making their Bollywood debuts. If you were to work with a Bollywood director or an actor, who would that be?
Someone who would pay me the kind of money I need. There are a lot of things that need to fall in place. I mean, I have exciting stuff here. So something that is even more exciting, unless something that's more exciting comes my way, there is no plans as such.
Cool. And now let's talk about Nazriya. I cannot not talk about Nazriya. She is an amazing actor herself. And, being married to an actor, and also because you both act together in films like Bangalore Days or Trance, you both have given some of the best films. So tell us about what it is to work with Nazriya as an actor and to be with Nazriya as a husband.
There's no much difference. It's the same. It's the same. We have fun. I mean, so even when we were shooting Trance together, what we made sure was that we are having fun. I mean, I'm very fortunate that way. I'm with someone who understands work. I mean, the nature of my work, who gives me that space to explore and so she's the same whether it's at home or at the sets.
So it's kind of easy for you to switch from real to real life. Take, for instance, you have a fight or you have something, you go and say like, hey, don't act at home. I can figure it out. Is it that way, or what happens at home? Just to get a sense.
No, she tells me that. She doesn't act. I act. So she always tells me, stop acting. Also, being an actor, sometimes when you perform and a lot of people come and tell her that, oh, he's performed so well. No, I seem like this at home. So, so she says that she sees a lot of Shami at home. So, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
After Vikram, the Lokesh cinematic universe is like a huge hit. Like you must have heard about it. So, let's assume Fahadh Faasil is going to create a Fahadh cinematic universe. So, what are his top, favorite characters of his own that he will choose for that universe?
We'll get Shami to play one character. Then we'll get the character from Trance. Then we'll get Amar. Then we'll get Banwar Singh also.
Yeah, so now I'd like to quickly take you through a rapid fire session. So you just have to give me like quick answers, not think much. 16 mark questions and all over, just 1 mark question. Okay. If Fahadh could change something about himself, what would it be?
Discipline.
Discipline. Okay. An advice from older Fahadh to his younger self.
Stay selfish.
An actor who deserves more recognition according to Fahadh.
There's so many actors. Vinay Fort.
Okay. If not an actor, who would Fahadh Faasil be?
Producer.
But I think with Fahadh Faasil and friends, you are
So not an actor, I'll stick there. I'll concentrate on that.
Fahadh Faasil's favorite place in the world?
Spain.
Something that Fahadh Faasil cannot live without?
Television.
One word for Surya?
Awesomeness.
Lokesh Kanagaraj?
Brother.
Alphonse Puttharan?
Friend.
Pushpa 2.
Excitement.
Thank you so much. With that, we're coming to the end of this interview. I wish this was in person, but nevertheless, it was really cool that you were being so sweet and answering all of these questions.
Thank you, Soundarya. So sweet of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.